Hello, everyone, and welcome. We'll call the meeting of the Madison City Commission to order for the meeting of February 11th, 2013. Jen, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Delzer?
Here.
Commissioner Erickson? Absent. Commissioner Waldner?
Here.
Commissioner Abraham?
Here.
Mayor Hexum?
Here. You have the minutes of the February 4th meeting as a part of your record. Are there any changes or corrections to the minutes of the last meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of February 4th.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded to approve the minutes of the February 4th meeting as prepared. Any questions or speaking? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Opposed, no. Motion is carried. You have the agenda for this meeting before you. Are there any changes to the agenda?
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded to approve the agenda as prepared. Any questions or speaking? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion is carried. Under appearances, acknowledgements, and correspondence, we have 4 items. First on the list is a report from the Leadership Madison Group engaging families and a project update on the Warming House project. Whoever wishes to speak, or the chair or the spokesperson, if there's more than one, please use the table there and the microphone. Thank you very much for coming. Maybe you should state your name for the benefit of the viewing audience.
Well, thank you for having us. I'm Catherine Gunderson.
And I'm Christine Whitethorn.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming.
Yes,
and
thank you.
are other members of your group here in the audience?
Yes.
I'm Carrie Clear.
Okay.
And Ray Johnson was here. He had to leave for the evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
We are here basically to update you on our project. We have been fundraising since the last time that we spoke with you. And we are pleased to announce that we have 42 contributors of the Madison area, businesses and individuals, and we are at $9,010. So we are about $2,000 over our building budget at this point. We also have skates, of course, that we have to pay for and that type of thing, so the addition of that overpayment will go towards those. We're looking at about another $5,000 to $7,000 to pay for the skates, as they are about $70 a pair. And we're going to need about 5 pairs per size for the kids that come with their friends, and so forth. We are looking to actually break ground in April of this year. So that's what we're here to update you with. A couple questions that we had for you as we talked about updating the siding last time we were here, that the Public Works Department was going to provide that $350 to update that siding to cedar from vinyl. And then there was also a little bit question as to the electrical portion. Obviously the maintenance and that will be the city, but as far as the installation of the electrical, if the city wanted to contribute to that, or if that's something that you felt that we also needed to do, is find an electrical contractor and have that part of the project itself. That was never clarified in our last meetings.
Has anybody talked to Denny Poppin to get an idea of what it involved? I think we can maybe just check on that. That'll have a lot to do with it. You know, there's probably
Well,
electrical
are we
fairly
talking
close
about
to-
just bringing service into the building or actually wiring the building?
Both. We're looking, I'm in contact with a contractor here in town to see if they wouldn't donate their time if we provided the materials to go ahead and put in the electricity within the building itself, but we need to have electrical brought to the building.
Again, I think we talked to Dennis. It may be something he even wants to do,
Okay.
just because it's city property. But I think that's something that we can get covered fairly quickly. It's not going to be a major
All right.
expense. So
Okay.
I'll work with Catherine
All right, that
on
sounds good.
handling that.
Dennis Poppin is the electric superintendent, and so there have been probably some similar instances in the
Yes.
past, and we kind of have to be a little bit careful about how we work things. But as far as bringing service to the building, that's a city responsibility, and getting it to the meter
Okay.
on the building.
Mhm.
And well, very good. That's a great report.
Yes, we're very excited. We were hoping to have it, by this winter, which it's actually cold this year, so that would have been very, very nice to have. But it took a little bit longer than we thought it would, but we're just so very pleased with the outpouring of support from our community here and from you all. And we just wanted to really let you know how much we appreciate everyone working with us. And it's been a great project. We are really excited to see it realized.
Chad or Fred, do you, either of you have any question or comment on the design aspects or whatever construction aspects? Have we cleared the hurdles on those aspects?
I don't have any, Ryan, our building official, has talked with Ray, that's right.
Yeah.
And had a lot of dialogue going on, and then I know Fred has as well, as far as working out those, water and sewer issues and such like that, and so I think we're well along from our perspective.
Well, I think if you work with Dennis Poppin on your questions there on the electrical, and if there's something that needs to come back to the commission, Dennis can bring that back to the commission for a recommendation.
Okay, and I think the only other question we had is Ray had applied for a building permit and never received a response on it. Is that something that you want?
Applied for what?
A building permit? Is that something that we need to have?
Yes.
Okay,
yes. Mhm.
because he
Mhm.
did apply for it but never heard back on it, so he assumed that perhaps it wasn't necessary, but.
Right, yeah, just have him check in with Ryan, and I'll also
Okay.
mention to Ryan too.
Okay.
Yeah, just do that, and then they'll catch back up with the status and such, so.
Okay. Anything else happening? Okay, that's it. We appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
I have a question for you, so
Sure.
people know. If somebody wants to help contribute to this, who do they contact, or?
They can actually send all their donations directly to the chamber. The
Okay.
chamber has been handling all of the funds on this and sending out all the invoices, and they sent out all the billings, so they've been a tremendous help with this
Perfect.
project. And all of the costs and receipts and things will go through the chamber, and they'll be writing the checks from there too. So if they
Excellent.
would like to donate towards the skates and that type of thing, they can send it all right to the chamber.
Perfect.
Would that be a tax deductible donation then, if it goes to the chamber, because,
Chamber is not a nonprofit organization.
So it's not.
It is not. They don't have the tax code as far as the nonprofit organization for
Okay.
the donation.
okay,
Yeah.
very good.
Excellent.
Any other questions, comments? Well, thank you very much for coming, and
Thank you for
we'll
your
look
time.
forward to the groundbreaking.
Yes, thank you so
Yeah.
much for having us.
Thank you. I guess, Jen, would you like a motion acknowledging the report for the minutes of the meeting from this group?
Sure.
So move.
Second.
Motion made and seconded that we acknowledge the project update on the warming house for the skating rink from the Leadership Madison Engaging Families group. Any questions or speaking? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion is carried. Item number 2, Lake Area Improvement Corporation, Julie Gross, for a quarterly update. Thanks for coming, Julie.
Thank you for having me. As you recall, that every 3 months I come back and give you a little bit of an update. I apologize I wasn't able to come in January. I had a conflict on your meeting dates. Feel free to interrupt me as I go through my little update here. If you get out in our industrial park, you'll see that gold polymer. The framework was being built. It started last week, so it's going up, which is great, and lots of activity out there. They're still anticipating, probably in that October, November timeframe. When we first met with them, they were at 120 employees, and now they've got 150, so they have grown quite a bit. A lot of those employees that they've hired live here in our community, back and forth for now. When they come here, they will be, of course, expanding their lines and hiring additional people, so that's very exciting. Another company we worked with last year, Advantanon, it's been a little bit slower for them to get going, but they have hired someone, actually from California, that'll be moving here in March. And they're gonna be located on campus right now, and they'll be hiring an additional programmer. They'll be utilizing some DSU students, and the hope is that they will grow and expand and move off campus. And actually, last night I had an email from one of the owners, actually from both of the owners, and they're also interested in doing some other things in Madison. So I think that they'll have a nice presence here as time goes on. The Downtown Revitalization Group has been meeting. We did do a name change, and we're calling Madison Downtown and Beyond. We have a mission statement and committees, and we've got a company assisting us with the survey, which will be out hopefully within the next month. The handout that you received, this is from the Governor's Office of Economic Development. I went with them to a trade show, the Shooting Hunting Outdoor Trade Show, and I just wanted to show you one of the pieces that we distributed when we were there. There was 11 communities that participated, along with some people from GED. And there was a lot of leads that came out of that. I guess we'll see, how they pan out. If you look at the map here, you can see that, the firearm companies, the majority of them are in the western part of the state. They are moving eastern, and even last year, one of them that they picked up at the show moved to Sioux Falls. So hopefully, maybe if things go right, we can get one of those interested companies here. We're just in the process. We just had a conference call last week and got all the leads, so now we're just in the process of following up with all of them. I also, other than this, I attended a meeting in December in St. Paul and got a couple of prospects. We're partnering with DSU because we have all the students there with the talent, and we have a lot of companies right now looking at us because of DSU students. So I've had a few conference calls with them, and we're hoping to get a visit from one of them within the next month. I have a call next week, and then we're hoping to get a visit after that. So good things happening as far as partnerships. As you know, we don't have a spec building. We just have one available building. It's the old Persona building, and I continue to show it. I showed it again last week. We'll see if we can get that filled. That would be great if we could get that filled. We appreciate Scott being on our board. We had a 5 or 6 hour session last week again, kind of a planning session of where do we go, and so we appreciate the time that he's able to devote. So, guys, any questions?
Julie, does LAIC own the old, I call it the old Persona building, I guess?
No, it's
That's
owned,
privately owned?
Yeah, it's owned by Earl Norby
Okay.
here on Stowe.
Okay, that's
But
still
we
the
got
case.
the key right now, and we just continue to show it. And actually, I had showed it to someone last week, and then I got a call from Julie D, and we had answered a request for information last November. We hadn't heard anything on that building, and they said, well, we're one of the communities that the company is interested in looking at because it's got rail. And so he didn't
Okay.
know if this, it was an out-of-state company. He didn't know if they were really going to come or not, but they're still in conversations with them. So every opportunity we get to promote that building, because it is our only available building, we sure do it. So
Mhm.
hopefully we can get it filled. It's a big space.
Okay.
The downtown survey, are you looking at surveying everybody in Madison, surrounding areas?
No, we're going to do it different ways. One of the ways is it's going to be on the website. We're going to do probably some paper surveys, with some mail surveys, some face-to-face surveys, like standing around town in different places.
Mhm.
So we're going to try to get a large variety of people of
Okay.
why you're here, why you're not here, what you're doing here. So
Okay.
we'll use several different meetings.
What has been the response to the downtown, still call it
Yeah,
the
that's
downtown,
fine.
Madison Downtown Committee, about how many people are kind of actively interested or involved?
Probably about 10.
Okay.
About 10. on
Do you have a
average.
regular meeting time, or do you move that around?
We were starting at night, on Monday nights. We were doing 5:15, and we weren't getting very many people, so we've moved them to a noon meeting. And our next one is Thursday, the 28th, at noon at the Depot Room.
Mhm.
And this month, the committees, the individual committees are meeting. I guess I can tell you the names of those committees, because I did bring that. And one of them had a meeting already. There's 4 committees: an organization committee, a promotion committee, design committee, and an economic enhancement. The economic enhancement committee already met once, and they've got another meeting scheduled. So we would definitely welcome more people to attend these.
They're open to the
meetings.
public.
They are open to the
Mhm.
public. Rosie will put them out in her weekly emails, and I would assume they're also on the.
I know for a while you were meeting on Monday night about the same time
I
as
know.
commission meeting, and
Mhm.
sometimes if it's convenient, some of us might like to
Mhm.
drop in too, so.
Yeah, well, she definitely has it, and it's also on the chamber calendar, which would also put it, I believe, on the Madison
Mhm.
SD calendar too, so, yeah, please come, the more input, the better.
Questions, comments, anybody?
I'd just like to say that, I mean, even though we can't talk about every viewing or every showing or every meeting that we have, Julie has just a ton of things going. There's multiple industrial park locations that people are looking at right now, as well as other properties. It's a good time to be in Madison, because people are very interested in us right now.
Yeah. And I also want to just thank Chad, because he has been a wonderful resource for me. I used to think that Jeff Heinemeyer was going to run under his desk and hide when he saw me coming. I really think that Chad's going to run now, because I have asked him so many questions. If he sees me on caller ID, he's still answering the phone. But I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't someday. But all the zoning, I just want to make sure we're doing it correctly and getting, you know, all the sewer questions I've had, and I have plenty of questions. So I appreciate
good.
everything Chad's done.
I assume you have them on your quick response, whatever electronic
dial.
device you
I
have
do,
too.
I have them on speed dial.
Well, that's what they're, I mean, that's what we're all here for, is to promote and try to help build Madison in any way that we can. And I realize that many of our department heads have some pretty specific inputs into certain things, and so we want 100% cooperation from everybody that we can get.
And engaging them ahead of time is critical as well. I mean, that's always key, and keeping them informed on it, so works pretty well.
We did do an intersection analysis also, and the final results aren't back from that, but it was on the two corners out in our industrial park going in on Industry Avenue and Division Avenue, to see if the DOT required us to have that study done, to see if we needed to put in a turn lane. So
Mhm.
I should, we have till the 18th to respond back with questions, and then I'll get the final report. So it doesn't look like right now we need to put one in. We will in the future, but not.
Because of global polymer?
Because of global power, and
That's right.
they're just looking at 20 years down the road of what we're gonna put in the industrial park. And we
Okay.
thought that now is the time to look at that
Well,
and
that's
see
true.
if we needed to
Yeah.
put it in. So we had a full-blown study, right, done. And we did that out of Sioux Falls, but Chad's office is getting plenty of input in that.
Excellent.
Okay.
If there's no other comments, then we'll thank you for your report. We'll look forward to your next report, and if you need to come before the next quarter is up, please arrange that. We always appreciate hearing from you.
Sounds good, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe we should have a motion then to place this in the record of the minute that we received a quarterly update.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded that we acknowledge the quarterly update of Julie Gross, Executive Director of the Lake Area Improvement Corporation, part of the record of the minutes of this meeting. Any questions or speaking? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion is carried. Number 3, under appearances, acknowledgements, and correspondence, we have the December investment report, the gross salaries, and the bills for ratification. What are your wishes?
Make a motion to approve the December investment report, gross salaries and bills for ratification.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded that we approve or acknowledge the December investment report, gross salaries, and the bills for ratification as presented. Any comment, Jen, on any
Not unless there's
items?
questions.
Okay. If there are no other questions or comments, all in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion is carried. Also, number 4, the January building permit report is attached to your meeting information. Chad, do you have any comment on the building permit report?
No, I do not. Unless there's questions, I can try to answer those.
I don't have any. Anybody?
Looks good.
Okay, do we have a motion?
Make a motion to approve the building permits?
Second.
Motion is made and seconded to approve the January building permit report as prepared. Any questions or speaking? Hearing none. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion is carried. We have no items listed under old business. We have 2 items listed under new business. Number 1 is bid number 807. This is the review of specifications and set the bid date for the sidewalk improvement project 2013-1. That is attached to your record. I guess, Chad, do you have any comment on the bid for the sidewalk improvement project, which is proposed in the resolution to be at 10:30 a.m. on February 26th, 2013, for the bids to be publicly opened and presented.
I don't have many comments. This is the very similar process to what we've done in years past. This is for the assessment projects and also the repair projects. This contractor will, once bid, will be on hand, so to speak, to repair any private repairs, those of the landowners that they elect not to do. The other thing that's of note that is different is that we will be bidding this within the same bid package as 2 separate schedules, one for the guaranteed work or the corners and the city lots and so on, and then another for the non-guaranteed work. And that would be those areas I just referenced where the landowners, would have the opportunity to put that in. I think this will aid in assuring that the bidders are bidding this, not weighting it one way or another, because oftentimes we find out that, we have noticed that there can be a trend by some of the bidders to weight it towards the areas that they're pretty confident that they'll be guaranteed the work, and they bid a little lighter on the others, and so we're trying to combat that. So.
Any questions or comments from the commissioners?
No. I'd make a motion to approve the specifications for bid number 807 and set the date for the bid opening at February 26th at 10:30 at City Hall.
Second.
Okay, the motion is made and seconded that we approve the specifications and set the bid date as specified in the document. The sidewalk improvement project 2013-1, bid number 807. Any questions or speaking? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion is carried. New business number 2, personnel recommendations. What are your wishes?
Make a motion to approve personnel.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded that we approve the personnel recommendations as presented. Any questions or speaking? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion is carried. That completes the regular order of business for the meeting. We do have a call for an executive session under SDCL 1-25-2, paren 3. Could we have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded to go into executive session. Okay. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The motion is carried.